The council chamber on the floating citadel buzzed with tension. The alien princess, Liara, stood rigid, her pale blue skin trembling slightly as her large violet eyes darted toward the human warrior who had just entered the room. The humans were supposed to be inferior, primitive in strength and strategy, yet here was one who made even the elders uneasy. "Not him, father." Liara's voice echoed through the chamber. "I'm terrified of that human warrior." Her father, King Torin, looked down at his daughter with a mixture of concern and curiosity. He had heard tales of human strength, but he had dismissed them as myths, exaggerated stories told to frighten young alien heirs. "Liara," he said, his voice steady, "you have faced many dangers, and your training is unparalleled among our people. Why fear this one?" Liara shook her head, her long hair swaying. "I do not know, father. There is something about him, a presence. I feel it even from afar. He is not like other humans I have seen in simulations or reports." King Torin's eyes narrowed as he studied the human. The warrior, a tall man with a simple brown uniform, walked forward without hesitation, his movements calm and confident. His dark hair fell slightly over his forehead, and his eyes, sharp and observant, scanned the room as if nothing could surprise him. "Your Highness," the human said in a voice clear and respectful, "I mean no harm to your people. I am here to offer assistance, not conflict." Liara's body stiffened. Her instincts screamed that this was no ordinary human. Her mind raced with images from training sessions, simulations of invincible alien foes, and yet nothing had prepared her for this reality. She glanced at her father, her pleading evident. "Father, I cannot face him. I feel powerless. He is not like the others." King Torin held up a hand to quiet the council. "Very well. Let us observe him before passing judgment. But remember, fear can cloud wisdom." The human nodded and allowed the alien council to inspect him. They scanned for strength, skill, and energy signatures, yet what they found confused them. His energy was steady, almost faint, as if he were ordinary, yet every subtle motion, every glance he made seemed to resonate with power. Finally, the lead general, a stern alien named Ralik, stepped forward. "We see no extraordinary traits, Your Highness," he said to Liara. "Perhaps your fear is misplaced." Liara's hands clenched at her sides. "You do not understand," she whispered. "It is not what I see. It is what I feel. When he moves, it is as if the world bends around him. I cannot explain it, but I know he is dangerous in ways we do not comprehend." King Torin sighed. "If you will not confront him yourself, we must test his abilities through other means. Human, are you willing to demonstrate your skills in our training arena?" The human nodded calmly. "If it helps your people, I will." The arena was a massive structure suspended in the sky, its floor composed of a translucent material that shimmered with energy. Dozens of alien warriors gathered to observe, their eyes wide with anticipation. Liara followed behind, her heart pounding. The human stepped onto the arena floor, his posture relaxed. Around him, holographic projections of alien soldiers appeared, each moving with perfect combat techniques. The human did not move at first. He studied the projections quietly, analyzing their patterns. Then, with a single motion, he began. In a blur of speed and precision, he dodged every attack, countering with movements that seemed effortless. The projections fell one by one, their attacks nullified before they could strike. The alien warriors gasped. Even the most experienced among them had never seen such coordination, such instinctive control over both body and mind. Liara's knees weakened. She had expected skill, perhaps a bit of luck, but what she saw was beyond comprehension. Her fear intensified, her heart thrumming violently. "Father," she whispered, he is unstoppable. This human. He defies everything we know." King Torin watched carefully, noting the calmness in the human's demeanor despite the overwhelming complexity of the arena. There was no arrogance, no pride, only focus and clarity. It was as if he had mastered combat not through alien technology or genetic modification, but through sheer will and intellect. When the demonstration ended, the human bowed respectfully. "That is all I can offer for now," he said simply. Silence fell. The alien council, accustomed to their own elite warriors, could not hide their astonishment. The human's performance had shattered preconceived notions of superiority. Finally, Liara stepped forward, her voice trembling but resolute. "Human," she said, "why do you fight with such perfection? You do not seem to rely on strength alone, yet your skill surpasses anything I have imagined." The human smiled faintly. I rely on understanding, he said. Understanding of the world, of myself, and of those I face. Strength is not always physical. Sometimes it is the mind that prevails. Liara felt a shiver run through her. She had trained for years, mastered techniques that her people had developed over centuries, yet here was a human whose very presence challenged every lesson she had learned. Her father placed a hand on her shoulder. Do you see now, Liara? Humans are underestimated for a reason. They surprise those who assume weakness is equal to inferiority. Liara nodded slowly, a mixture of fear and admiration in her eyes. Yes, father, but I am still terrified. I have never faced anyone like him. The human noticed her gaze and inclined his head respectfully. Fear is natural. It is the first step toward respect and understanding. You need not face me until you are ready. Days passed, and the human remained on the citadel, assisting in preparations against a looming threat from a hostile alien race. During this time, Liara observed him from a distance, her fear gradually tempered by curiosity. She noticed his discipline, his empathy, and his unwavering resolve. He treated every alien, regardless of rank, with equal respect, yet never allowed compromise where principles mattered. One evening, as the twin suns set over the floating citadel, Liara approached him in the training courtyard. Human, she said quietly, I have watched you closely. I'm still afraid, but I wish to understand you. The human turned, his eyes kind but focused. Understanding is earned, princess. Fear is natural, but courage comes from facing it, not avoiding it. Liara hesitated, then nodded. I wish to try. Over the next several weeks, Liara trained alongside him. She discovered that he taught not through brute force, but through insight. He analyzed her movements, explained strategies, and encouraged her to trust instincts that she had ignored. Slowly, her fear began to transform into respect and respect into admiration. Yet the threat from the enemy alien fleet loomed closer. Reports indicated their forces were immense, their technology advanced. The council debated strategies, their confidence wavering. Liara, once hesitant and fearful, found herself listening intently to the human's advice. Do not underestimate them, he warned. They may have numbers and technology, but they lack coordination, creativity, and adaptability. You have all of that, use it. Liara felt a spark ignite within her. His words resonated deeply. She realized that humans had survived not through superior machinery alone, but through ingenuity, resilience, and the will to overcome. She felt a strange pride, not in herself, but in the species she had once dismissed. The day of battle arrived. The enemy fleet descended like a storm, their ships darkening the skies above the citadel. Alien warriors readied weapons, their fear palpable. Liara's heart raced, but she felt a steadying presence as she glanced at the human. He stood calmly analyzing the situation with the same clarity he had shown in the training arena. The battle began with a deafening roar. Alien ships fired energy beams while the human directed defenses, anticipating movements, predicting strikes. Liara fought alongside him, her movements synchronized with his instructions, her fear replaced by determination. Time seemed to blur as the battle raged. Enemy ships fell one by one, outmaneuvered by human tactics and alien strength combined. Liara found herself in awe of the human's ability to adapt, to see patterns others could not, and to inspire courage in those around him. At the climax of the battle, a massive enemy cruiser descended upon the citadel, its energy cannon aimed directly at the throne. Alien warriors panicked, unsure how to respond. Liara looked at the human, her heart pounding. Follow my lead, he said simply. With precise coordination, they executed a maneuver that defied all conventional tactics. Liara piloted her craft in tandem with his, dodging, countering, and striking at critical points. The cruiser exploded in a blinding light, its forces scattered and retreating. Silence followed. The citadel floated amidst the remnants of the battlefield, victorious. Alien warriors cheered, their disbelief mixed with newfound respect for the human among them. Liara landed and rushed to the human, her fear replaced entirely by awe and gratitude. You saved us all. I was terrified of you at first, but now, I cannot imagine facing this world without you. The human smiled gently. Fear is not weakness, princess. It is a reminder that we must grow, adapt, and rise to challenges. You have done that today. King Torin approached, his expression proud. Liara, you have learned a valuable lesson. Humans are indeed remarkable. They face the impossible and through will and understanding succeed where others fail. Liara nodded, her eyes shining. Yes, Father. I was wrong to fear him. He is extraordinary, not because of strength alone, but because of what lies within him. From that day forward, the human,